They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked a towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Drops it off for Chubb. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Rosen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
a long time.
No doubt.
And now it's Rosen looking. He'll rifle this one deep right. And this will be caught at the 30. The 20. And all the way in. touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that is incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. As he puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. Room to run past midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. A handoff to Mixon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Third and short yardage. Mariota. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And now running right through it. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
Rosen on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. A hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
3rd and long here for Rosen, eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Touchdown, Packers! Mark Andrews, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Bullet good on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. to mix it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd down, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. They go play action here on first down. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers have moved out in front. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Flush to his right. Throw left side complete. It's ball. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Flushed out right. Finding some room at midfield. And he slides to avoid the hit. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Rosen. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. 4th down. Here's Rosen. Airing this one out for Evans. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. play fake. Mariota throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking deep downfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They go with Chubb on second down. And this may be a carbon copy, as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Again, it's Mixon. And some space here. Powering his way forward. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power, and we just saw it on that play.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now Mariota dancing to his left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Here's a give to Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Beckham from 13 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. On play action, Rosen going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Mariota. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Rosen on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action. Mariota. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the pitch goes to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Joe Mixon. Past the 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult. Touchdown, Packers! Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now he's going to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Gone!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Charles Harris bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he's going to get this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they run up. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Mariota being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Mariota here to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Mariota now. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like it.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, "What do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out?" He said, "Oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Heading out as the Cleveland now as they get set to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now they run with Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Mariota. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions.